No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait.
Hi, my name's Ben and welcome to my graphics project. Just before we get into my graphics scenes, this is the only source I've used. Basically it's a website which has a load of different graffiti styles, which I have included in my Blender scene, just because the scene that I was trying to render did have graffiti on the wall and it looked a bit out of place without these graffiti, so I did add a couple from this website. Okay, so first we'll start with my rasterizer. The first thing you can see is where I take in my model and TGA texture. Then after this you can see the perspective camera and its matrix, and underneath all of this you can see where I adjust the position and rotation of my camera to get a better angle. After this is where the lines and triangles are drawn in the raster scene, followed up by the Z buffer and the backface culling, which is where any faces of the model not facing towards the camera are not drawn and are skipped. Finally, we set the output images X and Y along with its colour, and then it is outputted to the scene. Next we'll look at my ray tracer. The first thing in here is the loading of the config file. Within the config file is where the camera's location, rotation and FOV is set to get a better view of my model. I then load my TGA textures and model, which is then drawn into the scene and the texture is mapped onto the model. You can then finally adjust the lighting in the scene before we finally output the actual scene itself. And finally we come to my Blender scene. First of all we have rendering the Blender scene with the CPU. This process took around 1 minute and 15 seconds with a sampling of 32 and a max depth of 32. However, when upping these to samples of 500 and a max depth of 54, this process took around 17 minutes, but cleaned up the image a lot. Then we have the GPU rendering. This process was a whole lot quicker, only taking around 10 seconds respectively to render the scenes. This was my favourite part of the graphics process, as I think I managed to fairly accurately recreate my reference scene, and I also enjoyed the modelling aspect of this. Okay, so just quickly to summarise before I end this video, the things I've included are within the ray tracer, I've got input, output, traced rays, colour and textures, ray intersects, hit context, shading and a perspective camera and lights. Then in the rasterizer I've got input, output, point, line and triangle drawing, backface culling, the Z buffer and a perspective camera / projection. And then in the Blender I've obviously used the PBRT plugin, which outputs the PBRT scene and material. And that's it, my graphics project. So thank you for listening and goodbye.